What up, y'all? So I'm here to preview the book with my editor, and we're going to read y'all the first few pages. Well, she's going to read the first few pages because I physically can't. Reading my own work drives me nuts, and it makes me sweat. I drag my words. I skip words. I'm just all over the place. And
We tried our best. So let us know what you think.
yeah, and I hope y'all like it. How they look. That's Isaiah, and that's Isha.
Brooklyn, New York, 1991. No way out. Isaiah knew the streets didn't love him back, but love wasn't paying the bills. He stood outside the bodega, hoodied up, gun heavy in his pocket, duffel bag strapped tightly around his left shoulder. Second job today, Isaiah had just hit a weed spot 2 hours prior. This one was supposed to be quick. Get in, get out, get paid. The streets whispered that he was losing his grip, getting reckless. He told himself they were wrong. The bell jingled as he stepped inside. The old man behind the counter barely looked up. Isaiah pulled the gun, voice steady. Money, now. The old man sighed, slow and tired. Isaiah? His stomach dropped. How you know my name? The old man tapped his temple. I've been watching you since you were little. You think I don't know your mama, your brother? Sweat dripped down Isaiah's back. The clock on the wall ticked too loud. His hand shook. You don't gotta do this, the old man said. But he did, because the streets don't give you an exit. Just more locked doors, more dead ends. Sirens screamed in the distance. Somebody must have hit the silent alarm. Isaiah clenched his jaw. No way out. So he did the only thing he knew how to do. He ran. Isaiah ran, his lungs burned, legs heavy from the weight of the night. Sirens howled behind him, flashing red and blue, bouncing off the brick walls of the alley. The cops were close, too close. He needed to dump the bag, hide anything. Then he saw her. A girl, maybe 16, leaning against the rusted fire escape.
Oh, keep going.
Her sharp eyes piercing through her hoodie. She didn't run, didn't flinch, just watched. Isaiah didn't have time for questions. Yo, hold this for me. He huffed, shoving a bag of cash towards her. I'll come back for it. She took it without hesitation, nodded. All right. He ran, ducked behind dumpsters, vaulted fences, made it to the other side of the block before the sirens faded. Sweat dripped down his face as he caught his breath. Then he went back. The alley was empty. The girl was gone. So was the bag. Isaiah cursed, looking around, heart pounding. He realized she got him. He'd just been played by a kid. And somewhere down another alley, the girl walked away with a smirk, stuffing his money into her pockets, because even wolves can get hunted. The wrong one. Isaiah spotted her from a half a block away. Same hoodie, same piercing eyes. The girl who had robbed him. He clenched his fists, moving fast, cutting off her path. Yo, he said, stepping in front of her. You got something of mine? The girl didn't flinch. She just tilted her head up, smirking like she's been expecting this. You mean my money? She said, crossing her arms. Isaiah's jaw tightened. Nah, see? That was mine, and you took it. Like, you took it from somebody else? She shouted back. That's the game, right? Isaiah exhaled through his nose, trying to keep his cool. Look, I ain't got time for this. You either run me my bread or a heavy hand landed on his shoulder. Isaiah stiffened, turned. A man stood there, tall, broad, with a face like stone, his eyes dark cold, took Isaiah in like he was already measuring a coffin. My daughter's giving you trouble? The man asked, voice calm, too calm. Isaiah swallowed hard. He knew the face, that name. This wasn't just some girl off the street. This was the daughter of Mason Old School Smith, one of the most featured names in the city. And Isaiah had just stepped into the wrong damn alley. Old School had two youngins behind him. They quickly drew their weapons, breathing hard and waiting for the end. Old School didn't give the order. Instead, He told his guys to back off, told Isaiah to get in the car. Now they sat in silence, the old Impala idling outside a corner store Old School used to own before the city changed hands. You know who I am, Old School finally asked. Not even looking over, Isaiah nodded. Yeah. You know I should have left you bleeding in that alley. Yeah, but I didn't. Why? Old School reached into his coat, pulled out a flask, took a sip. Because I see too many young cats running blind, acting like they ain't no tomorrow. I was you once. Difference is, somebody gave me a pass. He looked over, eyes heavy with time. This one's...
What?
This is your one.
This is your one.
Isaiah swallowed the lump in his throat. Then Old School did something unexpected. He waved someone over. His daughter stepped out from the store. He had the same eyes. She had the same eyes Old School had. She had the same eyes as Old School.
She had the same eyes as Old School, only sharper. This my daughter Isha, he said. Smart, quick. She don't need saving, but she could use someone who knows how to move, someone I trust. Isha looked Isaiah up and down, unimpressed. Hi, she flatly said. Isaiah nodded. What's up? Old School smirked. Don't mess this up. And like that, Isaiah had a second chance.
I think it should stop there.
And maybe his first real one. So, yeah, we struggled a bit there, but we got through it. And you did better. Come in the camera. You did better than I could ever do. Like, I've read many times on YouTube, like, other stories and stuff like that, but I just could not get through my own. Like, just reading my own words off the page, it just creeped me and freaked me the fuck out. And plus, I don't know. I don't like the way
it's easier to read. No, it's easier to read someone's work than to sit there and read your own. I feel like,
yeah,
you're just writing and reading and it's so repetitive that you start to.
And plus, I don't want to fuck up my own writing. You know what I mean? Like,
no, it's good.
You know, I don't want to like.
Catching. It's just after a while,
Yeah, it just. But after hearing you read it, it made me like more confident to like mess up and keep going. Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
We're not like storytellers or whatever. I mean, now I am, but like, I've never like said it out loud.
Yeah.
It just comes to my mind, and sometimes I walk into McDonald's and I'm writing shit and I'm messing up. And some of that stuff we messed up because I have typos and you haven't edited yet. So once you edit it, the typos and stuff and the reading would be smoother for it. But even as I'm talking, I'm messing up now. So imagine when I read and I'm nervous, my hands are sweaty and shit. But overall, what did you think of the story? Like,
I like it. It's catchy. It's catchy. Let's see. They met. He got a second chance.
Do you think?
I like it. It's relatable.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I feel like because it's based in the 90s, that a lot of stuff that I'm gonna like that I did like y'all gonna read is going to be more realistic because it's not so many cameras, and back then was like not the Wild West, but it was
it was more
killings, more like not this like I've been watching certain documentaries like on Gangland and certain things that happen. It's a few things I haven't told you about my family, but yeah, that brings inspiration and everything from the stories I'm writing. But have you ever heard of the Supreme Team? No. Yeah, well, anyways, it's a lot of other people too that like the 90s was just a wild time where like people was coming home from jail, like they like was doing shit like robbing drug dealers, like, and some of them would even like take them on the roof and fucking throw them off, like just like wild shit like that we wouldn't even imagine now. Like, I'm not dragging nobody to the roof and tossing them the fuck off. Not in 2025. Hell no. Like, come on. So, yeah, so I just let my imagination go because it's in the 90s. Like, and it's not too much gore, not too much things that's not believable. Just things that were happening. It's not even too much, like, it really is things that could really happen. So, I remember one time, my friends were playing the game in his house, right? He let them in to play the game. They playing like football, 2K or whatever. And would you know this motherfucker pulled the gun out and robbed everybody while it was like, put the controller down and robbed everybody. And like, you wouldn't even believe that shit in the story. Like, come on, they playing the game. Why would he put the gun down? Put the controller down and fucking pull a gun out of his waist? It's the dumbest shit ever, right? That it actually happened.
Caught him off guard.
And it's so funny because I'm gonna probably take that story and loosely put it in my shit. You know, because that's just things that happen.
No, I like it.
Yeah,
That's
so
nice. It hooked me right in. From the beginning, it hooked me in. He was boosting. The guy knew who he was.
yeah.
That was crazy.
And I think the second
He's
story,
like, oh, shit.
the second story, you didn't get to that one yet, but she didn't even finish the first. But yeah, I think the second story is better than the first, and the third one is better than the second. But they all connect, so it just makes sense to me and hopefully to y'all. So hopefully you stay to the end again. If you're new here, like and subscribe if you want. And we out.
Let us know what you think.
Let us know what you think.